They told us red meat was dangerous, that butter would clog our arteries, that eggs raise your cholesterol, and instead we were handed soy milk, margarine, and seed oils. But what if they got it completely backwards? Today, we're unpacking the biggest nutrition lies we've been fed and revealing how the most nourishing traditional foods were demonized while ultra-processed alternatives were pushed as healthy. This isn't about trends, it's about truth. And when it comes to food, truth isn't profitable. Let's break the lies. Let's start with red meat. For years, we were told it causes heart disease. But that theory came from one flawed man, Ancel Keys. In the 1950s, Keys cherry-picked 6 countries to support his lipid hypothesis, ignoring over a dozen that showed no link at all between red meat and heart disease. Despite its weak foundation, governments adopted the message, industry followed, and red meat was vilified. But red meat is one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. B12 for brain and nerve function. Heme iron, highly absorbable, supports oxygen and energy. Zinc, selenium, and choline for hormones, immunity, and detox. Creatine, plus carnitine for muscle, cognition, and metabolism. We didn't get sick because of red meat. We got sick because of what replaced it. Next came butter, branded as the villain for heart health. Enter margarine, a shelf-stable fat made from industrial oils, hydrogenated with chemicals and marketed as heart-healthy. But real butter is a nutritional powerhouse: vitamin A, D, K2, fat-soluble, immune, and bone support. Butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that reduces inflammation, a natural fat your body recognizes. Meanwhile, margarine and seed oils are loaded with omega-6, which drive chronic inflammation. The food industry didn't push margarine because it was better. They pushed it because it was cheaper. Then came the attack on eggs. Too much cholesterol, they said. But science now shows that dietary cholesterol has little impact on blood cholesterol for most people. And cholesterol isn't the enemy. It's essential. Makes up 20% of your brain's dry weight, builds cell membranes and myelin sheaths, supports hormone production and neurotransmitter function. Eggs also deliver choline for memory and liver health, vitamin D, selenium, B12, complete protein to build and repair tissue. We replaced nature's multivitamin with processed cereals and powdered eggs. The result? Declining brain health, hormonal imbalances, and nutrient deficiencies. Let's talk vegetable oil. Canola, soybean, corn oil. None of them come from vegetables. They come from industrial waste, extracted with heat, pressure, and chemical solvents, then bleached and deodorized to hide the rancid smell. Originally used for paint and machinery, they were rebranded as food in the 20th century. Why? Cheap to make long shelf life extremely profitable inside the body. These omega-6 fats drive systemic inflammation, oxidative stress, and disease. And yet, they got the heart-healthy stamp, while butter got banned. Ditch dairy, they said. Almond, soy, oat milk is cleaner, they said. But have you read the label? Most plant milks are 95% water, filled with thickeners, gums, and seed oils, fortified with synthetic vitamins your body barely absorbs, often contain added sugar and glyphosate residue. And soy milk? High in phytoestrogens that can disrupt hormone balance. Meanwhile, organic dairy from grass-fed cows is rich in fat-soluble vitamins A, D, K2, full of healthy fats, calcium, and enzymes, supports bones, mood, immunity. Not all dairy is bad, not all plant milk is clean. So why were real foods attacked? Because you can't patent a steak, you can't trademark an egg, but you can build an empire on synthetic food. Ultra-processed products are more addictive, cheaper to manufacture, easier to market, and when processed food makes you sick, Big Pharma is right there with a solution. Another pill, another injection, another customer. This isn't about health, it's about control. Final section, return to real food. 17-30-20. The good news? You can opt out. Every time you choose real food, you send a message, not to a brand, to your body. Eat grass-fed meat, pastured eggs, organic butter, raw dairy if available, local, seasonal plants. Avoid industrial oils, ultra-processed carbs, artificial health products. This isn't a diet, it's a rebellion. It's remembering what your ancestors knew, that real food heals. Share and subscribe for more faceless wellness and truth-centered nutrition, because once you see the lie, you can start feeding the truth.